Lisa here. Thanks for clicking on this video. I've noticed there's quite a new subscribers to this channel, so I just want to do a little quick intro of who I am. So again, I'm Lisa. I worked in the mental health profession for the past 13 years. I hold a bachelor's degree in psychology. I used to run a clinical hypnotherapy practice. I am close to near completion of a bachelor's in science in nursing. So if anything related to health and wellness, I'm very familiar with. I have lived experience in a family with, growing up in a family with addiction. So on this channel, you'll find different videos on ways to help you de-stress, handle different things in life. So also different topics on health and wellness. I'll go into more deeper topics of addiction and grief in families. So today's video is just in general about grief. I'm filming this in December, so you may not be watching it until later, but this time of year can be really hard for people. And I just want to discuss grief. So it doesn't matter if you may have loved a loved one in your family, you may have a loved one has died, a pet has died, maybe a loved one was near death, but they recovered, or a loved one is dying, or you're anticipating their death. It doesn't matter. The body still goes into that same traumatic state. So even if the situation is over, or I guess even if it's ongoing, your body still needs to deal with that. And there's no right or wrong way to take care of yourself. Some people want to work, which is okay, but it's important also to process what you're feeling and not just distract yourself with like filling the time with things. And this is only what's worked for me. Everyone's different, and it's really important that you get professional or seen by a professional if you're really struggling. So what I found was, because I'm an introvert, so everyone's different. You may be an extrovert, and it's different for you. I needed to be away from my family, be away from everyone, and just have my two cats around me. I needed to be in silence, peace and quiet. I had gotten home from dealing with a crisis situation in my family. I put some Christmas decorations. I put on some Christmas music, and I'm not saying everyone has to do that because obviously some people don't want to do that at all. I was just listening to relaxing music, watching some Christmas films. That's what makes me feel good. I was planning my goals for the new year, what I want to do, any plans I had. I went for a healing session. I see a Reiki. This lady I go to a lot, she does Reiki. So for me, that's what wellness and taking care of myself is. I acknowledge what I'm feeling. Because I wasn't feeling really, really sad or anything. That's okay. Just acknowledge maybe you're not feeling anything at that moment. Or sometimes I'm feeling angry about something that happened in my family. That's okay too. And it's important to talk to different people. A little background about me. So I'm currently in nursing school on a break. So I have a nurse mentor who I talk to, not just about nursing stuff, just everything. She said something really important. Carefully, don't decompartmentalize. I said it right. Like brush it aside and think, okay, everything's fine, but think something can trigger it. So any resources you have, I would use those. Like for me, 'cause I'm attending university, there's a school counselor I connected with. Where I work, they have counseling. Even if I feel like I don't really need it, what am I going to talk about? The school counselor is right. Just go. You have the resource. Like, it's not really any harm. Because it's better to do these preventative measures and still having, if you don't want something down the line, it gets worse and your mental health is really struggling. So really, grief is just about, it's a process. And some people go through it and they're like, okay, I'm fine now. But some people go through it for years. There's moments they feel good and they feel sad. That's normal. And just getting, just going through the process and just also still having to live your life. It's okay to work. It's okay to do hobbies you enjoy. Exercise if that's something that you like to do. Journaling, meeting up with friends or family that make you feel good. Going for coffee or tea if that's something that you like to do. So those are just some things I wanted to bring up, because I know sometimes it's not always talked about. Like, it could be a long process, like, oh, that loved one either has passed or the situation is resolved, they recovered. But you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your nervous system. I'm just going to do actually a couple things here. A really quick technique I like to do is box breathing, and you can do it along with me. So what you do, you breathe in, imagine a box. Each time you breathe in and breathe out, you breathe in for 4 seconds and then breathe out for 2 seconds. Sorry, I'm reading it backwards. You breathe in for 4 seconds, you breathe out for 6 seconds because you want the out breath to be longer. So let's just do it now. So you breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out. And again, breathe in, so count to 4, breathe in. And then breathe out, count to 6. Because what that does, you want your body slows down. The breathing slows down, and your nervous system can calm down, and that's what you want. So here are just there's some tips about grief, and everyone's path is different. It doesn't matter if it's a human or an animal, your body feels the same. Like, they're still our loved one. If you're comfortable, let me know if you're going through grief or have gone through it, what has helped for you, or what are some things that you wish you did instead to cope. And some other things, before I go, some of the things that that also help, especially if dealing with family, is having very strong boundaries. I have very strong boundaries with my family. There's some Christmases I'm not with my family. That's because that preserves my mental health, and that's what feels right, because I want peace and calmness in my life. So that means having boundaries with certain people. They don't like it. That's life, right? You can't control anyone else's reaction. All you can control is you and what feels good for you in the moment, taking care of yourself. And it's not just about, oh, I'm going to have a bubble bath. It's really taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever your belief system is. Okay, I hope those tips are helpful. Let me know if you have any other ideas. I'm open for ideas of other topics you'd like me to discuss, or to go over different strategies to de-stress when you're in crisis. All right, thank you. See you in the next video.